Hello. Okay. Sorry. This is my first Instagram live, guys. So, please bear with me here. This is going to be fun. So, what I want to talk about today is how maybe you're not getting the results you think you should be getting from intense workouts, or let's talk about how high intensity workouts can actually be a blockade to you getting results right now. Especially the situation that we're in right now, this at home self-quarantine. So this is really, really relevant to what's going on right now. And it's a whole new way to train, okay? So you maybe have never heard of this before. It's called trigger workouts. So I'm gonna explain it to you. I have some notes here because this is like a last minute thing I decided to do, but I really, really hope this is gonna help you. And obviously let me know if you have questions, but I'm gonna kind of hammer through this fast because I only have 10 minutes to talk about it. So the first thing I wanna say is that this is beneficial for you whether you are already working out on a regular basis, or maybe you just wanna be more active, or maybe you're a total beginner. So it's gonna be helpful for all of those scenarios, okay? And I'm gonna explain how to specifically use trigger workouts in each of those scenarios after I explain what it is, okay? Okay, so this is really helpful for 3 types of people, okay? And you might fit into all 3 categories like I do. Number 1 is that you're sitting too much. Aren't we all, right? Right now, we're probably all sitting way more than we usually do. Number 2, you're stressed out. Okay, that's pretty universal right now also, okay? We're all experiencing a little more stress, which means we're gonna have higher cortisol, which I'll explain why that matters in a second. And then number 3, if you're coming back from an injury or you have a chronic issue, a chronic pain, where if you overdo it in the exercise land, right, then it triggers the pain, then this is a great thing for you to try. And I fit into all 3 of those categories. So, hello, Priscilla. So, okay, the system is called trigger workouts, and I'm gonna explain why it's called that in a second. But first I need you to understand, and I talked about this on my Insta story, but you gotta understand that there's 2 types of stress. And this is really important to understand so that you can kind of understand how these workouts might be affecting your body and might be hindering you from getting results. So there's eustress, which is a good type of stress, and that usually comes in little short bursts, okay? And then there's distress, which can have harmful negative effects and actually keep you from getting results. So an example of eustress is getting ready for a vacation, right? It's fun, yeah, but you've got to pack, you've got to make plans, maybe you've got to make arrangements for kids or pets. There's a lot of stress, but it's short-lived and it's a good stress. We want our exercise to be considered by our body as eustress and not distress. So, okay, that's the difference of the 2 types of stress, and I'm going to relate it back to our workouts in just a second. But you also need to understand our body's so amazing. I always say it's so rad because it's so adaptable, which is good, but can also backfire. So whatever state you're spending most of your time in, your body is going to consider that as where it's supposed to be. So what I mean by that is if you're sitting all day, which again, most of us are sitting a lot, right? More than usual, then your body will get used to that and it thinks that's where it's safe, right? If you're moving more, you're more active, then your body's like, oh, okay, this is where I'm safe. So this is what I'm trying to explain. We got to wrap our minds around this. If you're sitting all day, okay, and so your body thinks like sitting all day is where I'm supposed to be, and then you go do this really high intensity workout, your body will view that as distress, all right? Now, when your body views something as distress, you're gonna have a huge cortisol release, which means your blood sugar is gonna go way up because your body thinks you're in danger. It's trying to give you an immediate source of energy, okay? And then when your blood sugar is way up, now you're gonna have to put out a whole bunch of insulin in order to get your blood sugar down. And insulin is a fat storage hormone. So we want as little insulin release as possible, all right? Now, if your body, on the other hand, is moving a lot more and it's used to the movement, then when you go do this high intensity workout, your body views it as eustress, okay? So you're gonna get a lot more benefit out of it because your body isn't gonna be so distressed by it, okay? So what do? In order to make this more beneficial, you're gonna break your activity up into little bursts throughout the day. What I am not talking about is doing a whole bunch of workouts. It's just a little bit of movement, okay? That could be a little walk. That could be one exercise that you pick and you do it throughout the day. But you're not doing this at a high intensity. You're not doing this to get a burn, okay? So I want you to think of like a farmer or a construction worker, somebody that moves all day. Their body is not under distress all day long. Their body gets used to this constant movement, and that's what we need to start doing. So if you're already working out, do not stop working out. Okay, I'm not saying don't work out. I'm saying increase your body's capacity to do work so that when you do these intense workouts, then your body views it as eustress and you're gonna see benefits from it, okay? So basically, really quick, here's how you do it. They're called trigger workouts because you're gonna pick a trigger that's gonna remind you to do this little burst of activity throughout the day. So basically, a trigger could be, I have a reminder set on my phone. I tell Siri, and I have all these reminders throughout the day, and my husband and I will pick 1 or 2 exercises, and we just knock out a few reps several times a day, okay? So if you're already working out, you would pick 1 exercise, maybe 2 exercises that you do back to back. So maybe you wanna do like 5 squats and 10 bent over rows with a band, right? And you're gonna set your reminder for 7 times during the day that you're just gonna do that a few times each time. Or you can go for a walk a few times a day, like a 5 or 10 minute walk a few times a day, okay? That's especially if you're a beginner, you're gonna pick something easy like that. So the other thing you could do to trigger this workout is put something out that reminds you to do it. So if either set a timer as a trigger or an actual physical object as a trigger. So an example could be maybe your dumbbell, you set it in the middle of your living room, and every time you walk past it, you have to do 10 squats. Or maybe a yoga mat, and every time you walk past it, you have to do 10 push-ups, or whatever it is, okay? But that's why it's called a trigger workout. And again, this is not meant to, you're not doing 7 workouts a day. It's just a little bit of movement to help your body be able to do more work, okay? So again, if you're working out already, pick 1 or 2 exercises, try to change it up, do them multiple times a day, maybe 6 to 8 times a day. If you're a beginner, I want you to start with 3 times a day and make it something easier, like a walk around the block, maybe 10 jumping jacks, dance, whatever, okay? I hope this is making sense to you guys. Obviously, please feel free to send me a direct message, whatever, if you want to know more about this. And also, follow me on YouTube, Stress Monkey TV, and that's stress and then monkey with 2 E's at the end instead of EY, because I think I'm going to make a section called Trigger Workouts just to give you some ideas of specific things that you can be doing each day for your trigger workouts. Okay, I hope that was helpful. And I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you for coming to my first ever Instagram Live. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye.